వెల్కమ్ టు మై ఛానల్. ఇప్పుడు వచ్చేసి మనం ఎథికల్ హ్యాకింగ్ సెకండ్ లెసన్ చూద్దాం. సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు మై ఛానల్ టు సీ ద కంటిన్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ లెసన్స్. సో ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్లో ఎథికల్ హ్యాకింగ్లో స్కానింగ్ వరకు వచ్చాం. స్కానింగ్ స్కానింగ్ రిఫర్స్ టు ద ప్రీ అటాక్ ఫేస్ వెన్ ద హ్యాకర్ scans the network with specific information gathered during the reconnaissance, and their business risk high high nothing but hackers have to get the single point of entry to launch an attack and could be the point of exploit when vulnerability of the system is detected. Vulnerability nothing but security, less security. Next, scanning can include the use of dialers, port scanners, network mapping, sweeping vulnerability scanners, etc. Next one is gaining access. Gaining access is nothing but gaining access refers to the true attack phase. The hackers exploit the system. Gaining hackers refers the true attack phase. The hackers exploit the system. The exploit can occur over the LAN, locally internet offline as a dissipation of theft. Examples include the stack-based buffer overflows, denial of service, session hijacking, password filtering, etc. So gaining access refers to the true attack phase. The hackers exploit the system. The exploit occur over the LAN, locally internet offline as a deception of theft. Examples include the stack-based buffer overflow, denial of service, session hijacking, password. These are the examples of stack-based buffer flows. The exploit can occur over the LAN. Here, the attack can be occurred over the LAN, local area network, locally internet offline as a deception theft. The examples include the stack-based buffer overflow, denial of service, session hijacking, password filtering. So in these areas, these areas can be occurred in the LAN. This one exploit can be accessing can occur. So in the access part, security is important. So influencing factors include the architecture and configuration of target, skill level of the per- perpetrator, and level of the access can be obtained. Influencing factors include architecture, configuration of target. Here the configuration of target is important. Skill level of the perpetrator and initial level of the access can be obtained. Next is business is highest. A hacker can gain access at the operating system level, application level, network level. Hacker can be gain access to these three levels. These class are previous class. These are completed. So next one is maintaining access. Maintaining access refers to the phases when the hacker tries to retain the ownership of the system. This is also previous class completed. See the previous class. Hackers can download, upload, manipulate data. Applications configuration owned by the system. These are in the previous class only. Next, phase 5, covering tracks. Covering tracks refers to the activities undertaken by the hacker to extend his misuse of the system without being detected. Reasons include the need for the prolonged stay, continued use the resources, removing the evidence of hacking, avoiding the legal action. Examples include the steganography, tunneling, altering log files. Hackers can remain undetected for long period or use this phase to stack fresh reconnaissance to related target system. Here phase 5 is covering tracks. In the phase 5 we can cover the tracks. Covering tracks refers to the activities undertaken by the hacker to extend the misuse of the system without the being detected. So hacker can be extend to misuse of the system can be detected by hacker, and the reasons to include the need for the prolonged stay, continued use of resources, removing the evidence of hacking, avoiding the legal action, removing the evidence of hacking, avoiding the legal action. Here the hackers can do covering the tracks. Reasons are including the prolonged stay, continued use of resources, removing the evidence of hacking, avoiding the legal action. So for this one we use the covering tracks, and the next one is examples include the stenography, tunneling, altering log files. These are the examples of covering attacks. Hackers can remain undetected for long period for or use of this phase to start fresh reconnaissance to the related target system. Hackers can remain undetected for long period or use of this phase to start fresh reconnaissance related target system. Next one is hackers class. Here hackers class. Hackers class is the black hats, white hats, grey hats, and ethical hacker classes. So hacker class can be divided into black hat. First, black hat is nothing but individuals with extraordinary computing skills and resorting to malicious destructive activities, also known as a cracker. For these hackers called as a hacker. Black hat hacker can do it is an individual. He is an individual with extraordinary computing skills and resorting to malicious or destructive activities, also known as crackers. Next one is white hats. White hats nothing but individual professing hacking skills and using them for defensive purposes, also known as a security analyst. This hacker called as a security analyst. White hat hacker called as a security analyst. Individual of professing hacking skills and using them defensive purposes. These hackers can do defensive purposes. First one can do computer skills, resorting malicious destructive activities like cracker. Next, grey hats. Grey hat is the individual who work both offensively and defensively at various times. Grey hats include individuals who can both offensively and defensively at various times. A grey hat hacker is the individual who work both offensively and defensively at varying times. Next one is ethical hacker classes. Next is ethical hacker. The ethical hacker classes it can be divided into three types: former black hats, white hats, consulting firms. Here, former black hats nothing but reformed hackers, first-hand experience, lesser credibility perceived. Next, white hats, same. Independent security consultants. Independent security consultant claims both knowledgeable about the black hat activities. Next, consulting firms nothing but part of the ICT firms, good credentials. These are about the hacker classes: black hats, white hats, grey hats, and ethical hacker classes. Next one is hacktivism. Hacktivism refers to the hacking with the for cause, hacking with for cause. Activism comprised of hackers with social and political agenda aims at sending across the messages through their hacking activities and gaining visibility for their cause and themselves, aiming at sending across the messages through their hacking activity and gaining visibility for their cause and themselves. Yet they send the messages according to the activity, hacking activity, activism, nothing but common targets include the government agencies, MNCs, and any other entity perceived as bad or wrong by this group and individuals. The common targets are activism for common targets are MNCs and entities perceived bad or wrong by this group or individuals. And it remains a fact forever that gaining unauthorized access is a crime, no matter what the intent. Here, activism nothing but it remains a fact, however, that gaining unauthorized access is a crime. Next one is what do ethical hackers do? Here, ethical hacker activity. What can ethical hacker can do? Here ethical hacker nothing but if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need you need the result of the hundreds of the battles. It is a quotation by Sanju. Next, what the ethical hacker can tries to answer. What can be the intruder see the target system? What can be the intruder see the target system? Reconnaissance and scanning phase of hacking. Ethical hacking can do the who is the intruder. Intruder can see the target system, and then what can the intruder do with the information? Gaining access and managing the access phase. Intruder see the target, and then intruder do the information, and then does anyone at the target notice the intruder attempts or success? Does anyone target notice at the intruder attempts or success? Reconnaissance and covering tracks faces. Raga tries to answer that does anyone at the target notice the intruder's attempts or success? Ethical hacker can do at the anyone can be in the target system is there or not intruder can do that ethical hacker. Next, if hired by the organization, ethical hacker if hired by the organization, and ethical hacker asks the organization what what is the trying to what is trying to protect, against whom, and what resources it is willing to expend in order to gain the protection. Ethical hacker can do first the questions are what is the trying to protect, and against whom, and what resources are willing to expend in order to gain protection. So these are the questions of ethical hacker for the organization. If a organization hires the ethical hacker first questions are this one: what is it trying to protect, and ethical hacker do the security for the unauthorized action of these things. Next, skill profile of the ethical hacker: computer expert, adept at the technical domain, in-depth knowledge about the target platforms such as Windows, like Unix and Linux. Computer expert, accept technical domains, in-depth knowledge about the target platforms such as Windows and Unix. Extemporary knowledge in networking and related hardware and software. Knowledge about the security areas and related issues through the not necessary a security professional. Skill profile of the ethical hacker is a computer expert, adept at the technical domains, in-depth knowledge about the target platform such as Unix, Linux. Ethical hacker is a in-depth knowledge about the Unix and Windows and Linux, all these OS, and he is an expert at the technical domains, and exemplary knowledge in the networking and related hardware and software. Knowledge in networking of hardware and software, knowledgeable about the security areas and related issues through not the necessary a security professional, not necessarily a security professional, but knowledge about the security areas. These are the four main things of the skills of hacker: networking skills, voice operating skills, and technical domain skills, and security area skills. How do they gain about it? Any security evaluation involves the components: your preparation, conduct, conclusion. This is a component preparation, but in this phase, formal contract is signed that contains non-disclosed costs as well as legal clause of protection. The ethical hacker, again, any prosecution that he may attack during the conduct phase. The contract also outlines infrastructure, perimeter evaluation activities, time schedules, and resources available to him. Preparation nothing but ethical hacker preparation is in this phase formal contract is signed that contains non-disclosive clause as well as legal clause to protect ethical hacker against any prosecution that may occur during the conduct phase. The contract also outlines infrastructure, perimeter, evaluation activities, the time schedules, and resource available to him. In this phase, what the hacker preparation is: sign contains disclosive, non-disclosive cause of legal costs, protect to protect the ethical hacker against any of the he may attack during the conduct phase. The contract also outline infrastructure, perimeter, evaluation activities, time schedule, and resources available them. So ethical hacker can do preparation for the non-disclosure cause as well as the legal cause and protect the ethical hacker against the these things are there for ethical hacker evaluation activities and time schedules, perimeter, outline perimeters. All this can be considered. All these are prepared for the ethical hacker, and then these are the security evaluation preparation for ethical hacker, and then conduct in this phase the evaluation technical report is based on the testing potential vulnerabilities. So ethical hacker conduct nothing but evaluation of technical report. A hacker can do the evaluation of technical report. It is prepared based on the testing potential of vulnerabilities. It is prepared on the testing potential of the security of the project. All these things it can be prepared. Next conclusion: in this phase, the result of the evaluation is communicated to the organization, sponsors, or corrective advice action is taken if needed. So conclusion nothing but after completion of this ethical hacking job done, the result can be evaluated by the and given to the organization, sponsors, or corrector advices. All these things. These are the ethical hacker can do. And modes of ethical hacking here: remote network, remote dial-up network, local area network, stolen equipment, social engineering, physical entry. So these are we can discuss in the next class. Modes of ethical hacking and security testing, deliverables, deliverables, and computer crimes and implications. What are the different computer crimes are there? Cyber security and CSI, FBI computer crimes, and legal perspectives, US federal law. These are different are there. And then sections. According to sections, ethical hackers can do. Here different sections are there. Penalties are there. Different penalties according to hackers, website hacking, all these things. These are different sections. All the next class are all the sections only. Penalties, penalties sections. So after ethical hacking, module 2 is there. Next one, next module. Section these all sections are not necessary. So next class we discuss about the module 2, footprinting. Footprinting we can discuss in the next class. Module object. Overview of reconciliation, introducing footprinting, comprehensive implications, diplomaters, device independence, all these things. Next class we discuss about the footprinting. These are 2 3 points are there of first class. Computer crimes and deliverables, security testing, modes of ethical hacking. Okay, from the modes of ethical hacking, next class we can discuss. I subscribe to my channel to see the continuation of classes.